Hello, everyone. Welcome to a very, very special episode of the board meeting presented by Team Hammercock. I'm Zach. We have a very special guest today.
I'm David.
Not David. We've talked about him for months and months and months, and he's finally agreed. We finally were able to meet his demands and get him on the show. I'd like to welcome everybody. Dr. Locks is in the house.
Yeah, I haven't been able to join the episode because I have 17 children, and I'm glad to be here. Glad to be here. Love seeing that pretty face of yours.
Well, you're the only one, but thank you. So Mr. Hammercock himself, David, could not make it today. Apparently, he has don't repeat this, but he has a pretty bad belly, and he can't. Yeah, so. So Dr. Locks was nice enough to join. And for the special playoff edition, I think the plan here is, so Circa's over. We didn't win Circa.
Always next year.
We don't got to talk about that. But the plan here is we're going to keep this thing rolling, and we're going to make picks every week during the playoffs. Talk about last week's games, talk about this week's games. And Jared, I think you even have a little contest you want to roll.
Yeah, I thought that it'd be great if you, David, and myself bet against one another, and
love it.
The losers have to pay for a Vegas trip for the winner.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there a cap?
No, just flights. Let's just say flights because we get free room. So
love it.
A flight out to Vegas.
I agree.
How about this? How about last place has to pay for flights? Second place has to pay for dinner that night. Dinner the night that we land.
I love it. That way we all benefit. It's perfect. And on behalf of David, Mr. Hammercock, he accepts.
All right, cool. Good.
And I've got his picks, by the way.
All right. Most importantly, good.
So we're good to go. All right. So let's get rolling. I know you've got to play with your 17 kids before they go to bed. I know that I've got a place to be, and we only have 13%, 12% left on this battery. So let's get rolling.
And FYI, my eye, I got hit by an oyster shell when shucking. So it's not that I have a lazy eye. I love people who have lazy eyes, but this is not one of those. So
we'll probably edit that out too, honestly. Hey, there may be an opportunity here. If you give me just 1 second, we may have a David appearance here.
Right now?
He just texted asking what for the link. So we'll go ahead and send him that.
Maybe he means the link after the show.
No, because he doesn't. He has never once seen a single episode, a single second.
Him and Catherine.
Of the show that he stars in. I know, isn't it crazy? Your wife watches more than mine does. So, you know what? Okay, let's give him a second, see if he's jumping on real fast. Just sent. So in the meantime, while we're waiting on him, because if he does want to jump on, great. We'll just start with him. If he doesn't, if he can't, then we'll just go. But let's give him a couple seconds. Here's something we were talking about the other day, actually earlier today, at my other place of business. If you're a head coach, who has the better offensive potential over the next 3 years? The Los Angeles Chargers or the Atlanta Falcons?
That's not even close. The Chargers.
See, I think it's Atlanta. Give me Atlanta.
Why? What do they have?
I'll tell you why. Because they're younger and they're good. And they're about to get a top 3 quarterback in the most quarterback heavy draft we've seen in years.
There's only 3 quarterbacks.
And they're going to get one of them. And that quarterback's going to be on a rookie contract. Herbert's making so anyways, here's why. You got Drake London, Bijan, and Kyle Pitts, plus a top 3 quarterback coming out of the draft.
Yeah.
Or you got Herbert. What's his name? Allen.
Hey, I'm clear, right?
It's a little bit better. Okay. Allen, Keenan Allen, and
Eckler.
Eckler, who's and
How
you can
about-
make the argument that Eckler's 2 years away. Again, I'm talking about for the next 3 years, right?
But what about
In 2027, who's going to have a better offense? I think it's got to be Atlanta.
no, it's the Chargers. The
But
Chargers.
Eckler's not going to be there in 3 years.
I don't guess who is going to be there. Herbert.
Keenan Allen's not
Herbert
going to
is
be
a
there in 3
top.
years.
Herbert is a top 7, 6 quarterback in the league today.
People say that
What can't he do?
win
Except
games.
win.
Yeah, other than that,
There's nothing he can do. It's a very, very helpless feeling when he gets going. There's nothing you can do. He can move. He can push it downfield. He is intermediate passes are great. I really think he's a top 5 quarterback.
so do you think that so what's keeping him down then? Because it's not his offensive players around him. It's not the guys around him, because we just said that
Honestly, I think they just really, and it sounds so bad to say, but they just have really bad luck. Like, that's what he doesn't turn. So many fumbles and so many just like, now they have a good kicker, but years prior, it was just, I mean, they couldn't make extra points. It was so bad. Like, their special teams are just brutal.
terrible.
But
when they got rid of the coach, a terrible coach.
yes, exactly. He was awful. He'd go for it on 4th and 6 from their own 16-yard line.
Dude, don't even me and you were going to do a full 3-hour podcast where we do nothing but talk about analytics.
Oh, I love it. Bring
Hey,
it.
give me. Oh, he says he's coming. He says he's coming. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna have to change cameras and plug in because it says it's about to die. What the fuck? Probably not gonna be as good looking as I was before because I don't have all the editing skills on this camera that I did on the other one. But
Did you have a filter on?
I filter, baby. I
All
filter.
about the angles.
It's all about the angles. I don't want to talk about because David is. I'm going to give Dave the ability to get on, so I don't want to talk just yet.
Okay.
But I also don't want to. I don't want to talk about David. I don't want to talk about Dennis Allen either yet, because I don't want to get you all flustered. I'm just going to ask you. People on the podcast know. People that watch know. I'm not a David Allen fan either, but I'm definitely not a Dennis Allen fan.
Okay.
And even though he's a good Aggie, like you would think that I would love him because of his good Agginess. I just want to know one thing that he has done that makes you excited about next year. That
We have a good. Okay, go ahead. Finish.
Uh-oh.
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 Yeah!
Is this
It is worth.
It's working. I love Jameis, by the way. All right. Jameis. We don't have enough time to talk about this, but you're exactly right. He doesn't have the team. How do they not cut Jameis that day?
Yeah. But my thing is with DA, he calls the defensive plays. Our defense was top 7 this year. That's all he does. He calls plays. He calls the defensive plays. Offense doesn't run through him. He does not touch the offense.
No, I know,
he
but
takes his fucking headphones off when we have the ball, and that's it. And when the defense trots out there, he's locked in.
But the problem is that he hires the offensive coaches. And he has, as far as I know, maybe I'm wrong, he hasn't fired the offensive coordinator yet, has he?
No. Carmichael's been there for 15 years.
Exactly. Has he fired the offensive line coach, your boy, your enemy?
No, he's gone. He left this year. He got fired this year.
Okay, that's good.
I want him out.
Can you tell which baby that is crying based on the cry?
Fuck no. Absolutely not.
You know what we might need to do too is get Collins in this get her to pick.
All right, let's start moving. We're 21 minutes in. We haven't put out a pick yet.
We are 21 minutes in here. All right.
This is moving quick.
Dave, it is moving very quick. This is compared to normal. Dave. So
Oh my gosh, that is such a big delay.
Are you? Oh, never mind.
I'm just gonna. So when we got on today, Jared has a contest he would like for us to join. It's called the Dr. Locks Playoff Contest, and there are 3 entries into this contest. And it's the 3 of us, where we will pick every game against the spread in the playoffs. The loser pays for the first and second place flights to Vegas.
First place flights.
First place flights to Vegas, and second place pays for dinner at Vegas.
Love this. Absolutely loved it.
You're not delayed.
You're not
No more
delayed.
I didn't do nothing changed. Absolutely nothing.
Dolphin
All right, don't
offense. All right, so are you in? I said that you were in.
I'm absolutely in.
So we'll
All right,
keep
this is
track.
great.
We'll go one. We'll do just like Circa. Point for winner, half point for loser, or for ties, 0 point for losers. Tally those bitches up at the end of the day, or at the end of the playoffs, and off we go. We'll go to figure out time we're going to go to Vegas.
Cool. That works.
All right, here we go. Mr. Allen, welcome back. I'm happy to see you. I cannot
Hey,
wait
I'm happy to be back.
to show y'all what I've done in the next 2 weeks. So there's a little tease for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Like a tease.
Okay, number 1.
What?
Here we go. Cleveland Browns at the Houston Texans. Texans are currently +2. So everybody knows this is Thursday night. We're just going off the lines of what they were about 30 minutes ago. So these will be the official lines. So Houston Texans +2. David, what you think?
Give me Cleveland at -2. 3 was iffy. I love 2.
Okay.
We have-
Flacco in the playoffs? Comeback player of the year? Come on.
I've got Houston +2. And the only reason why, well, a couple reasons why. One, Cleveland's defense is not very good on the road as it is at home. And 2, Cleveland's got a cornerback that's out that just like hurt himself or something this week. So they're going to be down a corner, which just plays into Houston's hands. And
2 backup
3,
tackles.
yeah, the tackles are out. Yeah, backup guys. So, and 3, yes, Cleveland beat the dog shit out of Houston on like right around Christmas. But my thing is that was without CJ Stroud, and the Texans know exactly what Cleveland is going to try to do to them because they just saw it 3 weeks ago. Cleveland does not know what Houston's about to do to him with CJ Stroud. So, Houston -2.
All right. So I'm all about the narrative. And guess what happens if Cleveland wins? Guess who Joe Flacco gets to meet next week?
Baltimore Ravens.
The Baltimore Ravens. It's all about narratives in the NFL. That's all it's about.
Which would
But
be awesome.
Tony Romo said that there's 3 different speeds in a game. He said the first few weeks, everybody's excited. They're running all over the place too fast. Then there's whenever everyone's fighting. This is great. Happy birthday. Then there's the speed. Then there's the speed of when guys when there's a push to the playoffs. They just play harder. And then there's a third speed where it's playoff time, like lay it all out there. And I think CJ Stroud has done a really good job in that first speed. Then he kind of slacked off a little bit. And now I really think the game is just going to be faster than ever for him. And I don't think that he'll be able to keep up. Listen, he's had a great year, offensive rookie of the year for sure. But I just think with Myles Garrett and with Jim Schwartz, I just do not think he's going to be able to beat the Cleveland Browns.
Well, I'm really sorry that both of you guys have picked the wrong side here.
Betting on a rookie quarterback in the playoffs, just those odds can't be good.
No, they can't be good at all.
Schwartz is top 3 defensive coordinator in the league.
No, their defense is
Fucking
great, but their for whatever reason, that defense doesn't travel. I looked at it. They give up more than 80 yards a game through the air more on the road than they do at home.
I think I saw
they're bad on the road.
13 points a game at home to over 30 on the road.
It's
which is
crazy.
insane. But good thing Joe Flacco can put up 40, so we're good.
All right, next
Joe
game.
Flacco, why does it look like I'm 10 feet away from this camera?
You
It
look
does
so
look like you're
little
long-
and so cute.
Here's what you have to know, though. I'm so close to the camera. Like, I'm 1 foot away from the camera. But you look great, though.
You do.
Hey, thanks.
Okay, next game.
These headphones are really, really aesthetically pleasing.
Looks
Next
like you
game.
have gauges in your ear.
Is there any person on Earth that is less likely to get gauges than Mr. Hammercock himself?
Yeah, you're right.
I'm not sure if you know what gauges are.
That was going to be my question.
There you go. Gauges are the like basically like earrings that you put in your ear that you see everybody at Freebirds have, and it basically spaces out your
A
ears.
hole in the ear.
It's
Yeah.
a hole in the ear. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
Just like
earlobe.
hanging to like here.
Yeah.
That's what.
That's what you look like you have.
Yeah, you couldn't pay me. How long do you have to keep it in?
Let me ask y'all a question that we're gonna get. I know we're running late, but I've got a question for you that we'll probably edit out. Would you rather? All right, back to the picks. Sorry, I just had to throw.
Third place of
Did
this
they pick
playoff
third
bet
place?
has to do this. Would you rather?
Down on Bourbon Street, one rainy. Anyways, next game, we'll edit all that out. Miami plus 4.5 at the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll go first.
I
this
went
time.
first last time, so
I'll go first. So I'll give me the Kansas City Chiefs minus 4.5. I think everything. Here's the only thing that scares me is I think everybody and their mother is going to be on Kansas City, and that makes me a little bit nervous. But you look at everything that there's so much going against Miami. They're beat up, man. They just had to sign 2 guys off the street today to play defense. They're going to be active on Saturday. Justin Houston and
Melvin
Urban.
Gordon, or not Melvin Gordon.
Melvin Ingram.
Melvin Ingram.
Melvin Ingram.
Yeah.
They got Bruce Irvin they signed today, so they are beat up, man. And the fact that Tua is not very good when it's freezing temperatures, even though he hadn't had that many games to show, and the fact that the Dolphins as a team have lost their last 10 games when it's under 40 degrees. And I think that Kansas City is that team that everybody has like slept on, rightfully so, but they basically had last week off. They didn't play a single starter last week, none of the big starters. They're going to regroup. They rested, and I think they're going to fucking roll. In fact, I even have a Kansas City Chief to win the AFC future. I just bet yesterday.
Nice.
Whoa.
Sorry,
I'll go
Kansas
second.
City minus 4.5.
Yeah. It's 4.5 or 4?
4.5 is what it was 30 minutes ago.
What didn't it open at like 3?
3.
Yeah. I'm going to go with you, Zach, for every reason you said. I mean, the only thing I hate, like your first statement, was I've yet to hear anyone say, I like the Dolphins.
Right.
I mean, the Dolphins are so beat up. The Chiefs, everyone has written off the Chiefs. And I cannot take Tua in windy conditions. His arm is too weak. He just can't.
I forgot
So
about the
I'm rolling with Chiefs minus 4.5.
But okay, you bring up a good question though. If this was a contest and it was open at 3, I mean, this is why this is a longer conversation about getting in at the right number, right? You'd much rather have bet this on Sunday or Monday when it's 3 than 4.5. 4.5 is scary, but that's the line that we have, and I think Kansas City wins by 10 anyways. But still, anyways, Dave, sorry, go ahead.
I mean, I'm Chiefs too. But isn't it Tua's first playoff game?
No,
It
he
is.
was in last year.
Well, he was hurt last year.
I don't think he played though.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
It may be to his first playoff game.
There was some stat I heard it's like playoff experience quarterbacks versus non-playoff experience quarterbacks. The first timers are like 17 and 36 when they play each other. It's like something crazy, but
Yeah.
it's also probably a product of guy in the playoffs has a better team. But yeah,
That's interesting. All right, we're all on the Chiefs. Next game, which pretty much guarantees not only does Miami cover, but they probably win by 30.
You're right.
Sunday morning, Pittsburgh plus 10 at the Buffalo Bills. Dr. Locks.
Oh, I'm going to go with the Steelers plus 10.5.
10.
10. I think that I don't think Josh Allen's that good. I will say he's a competitor. He's a winner. He knows how to win games. But I think that Pittsburgh will slow the game down. They'll run Najee. Warren will get a ton of touches. They'll Rudolph will be serviceable, which he's been playing great these last few weeks. Mike Tomlin will keep it close, but I think Josh Allen will turn the ball over 2-3 times and just keep the game close. I think that this spread should probably be closer to 6.5 or 7. I think 10 is way too much, and it's supposed to be terrible conditions.
Yep.
So I think running game. Watt is out, which is really rough for them. But Minka Fitzpatrick is back. So I think a ball hawk like him versus a turnover-prone quarterback like Josh Allen, give me the 10.
I'm Pittsburgh too. I love Pittsburgh. However, if all three of us go Pittsburgh here, I'm going to be very tempted to take the Dolphins.
Could be a 2-point. I mean, we're going to have a 2-game parlay with money line Buffalo or spread Buffalo with the money line.
Oh my God, that's how you pay for your trip to Vegas. I'm also Pittsburgh.
Mine's going to be free.
I love Pittsburgh. I don't love Pittsburgh. I don't even know if I'm going to bet this game in real life. You know, I mean, of course I am, but I'll tell everybody. I won't tell anybody about it. But I think I heard something the other day, either read it or heard it. It's kind of a good point. It's kind of like basketball teams when they're down 30 or 25 or whatever, and they bust their ass and they get all the way back and they're only down, either tie it or take a small lead. But then then they just run out of gas and they end up losing the game. Buffalo has basically been in a playoff game every single week for the last 5 weeks or so. Now they're playing a team that they're double-digit favorites, or the biggest favorite on the board this week. I can sense them thinking that they're going to have a little bit of all right, we've made it. We can relax a little bit. It's just Pittsburgh, and I think Pittsburgh's going to sneak up on them.
And I can see if this is like a 7-7 game going into half, I can see those fans just like turning.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, here we go again. You know, they were a double-digit favorite last year when they lost outright to, I think, Cincinnati maybe? Or not double-digit, but over a touchdown favorite. But I can see like the fans just like, oh my God, here we go again. And then more pressure on Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Which
it's going to be the worst weather too, by far,
Terrible.
right?
Yeah.
Like this big north. It's going to be hard to score enough points to cover by 10.
Well, the over-under is 35, which is nuts.
Wow.
That's so small.
So they're banking on Pittsburgh not getting 10 points almost.
Right. So
I thought that their team total was 13.5.
That really, I think my bet on this is probably going to be something, you know, Pittsburgh teasing it up to 16 and teasing the under up to 41.
Yeah,
that may be my bet here. All right, I just got the heads up that I've got to leave in 8 minutes.
All right, we'll zoom.
Which means you probably do too, Mr. Hammercock.
Yeah, probably.
So next game, as you know, Dr. Locke's tradition has it, we pulled the Cowboys game to the last. So we're going to skip the Cowboys. We're going to go Los Angeles Rams +3 at the Detroit Lions.
This back to me.
Dave, back to you.
Rams. Give me McVay. I want to say Detroit because I think the Rams are what everyone's taking. but I'm being the sucker, I think. I think McVay's just going to keep it close.
He's a damn good coach. I've gone back and forth in this game a lot. Who's the better quarterback? It's probably Stafford. Who has the better running game? It's definitely Detroit. Who has the better wide receivers? You don't think Detroit has a better running game? Anyways, give me Detroit running game. Who has a better offensive line? Detroit. I like Dan Campbell. It's a tough game, but I'm going to go with Detroit -3. But I don't like it. I will not bet this game.
I think this is the best game on the slate this weekend. Laporta's out.
He practiced today, I think.
Did he?
Or
I read today that, or early this morning, that he was probably going to miss this game. But even though I think Kyron Williams, Puka, and Cooper Kupp started turning it up at the end of the year, and then he had a week to rest. Like you said, better quarterback. I'm going to go with the Rams.
Better coach. Okay. Man, y'all are so wrong. It's unbelievable. Monday night game, the shittiest game of the year. Philadelphia at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay Buccaneers +3. Fade Philly, baby. Give me Tampa Bay +3. I don't like Tampa Bay. I don't. Baker scares me. They kind of limped into the playoffs. But how in the world? I don't know how anybody in the world can think that the Eagles, the way they've been playing the last 2 months, have been how they can be a road favorite in the playoffs. It's beyond me. So give me Tampa Bay +3.
I'm going to go with the Eagles -3. They played earlier in the season. I know it's two different teams, but it was a complete blowout. Philly, it was so bad last week. They were trying to win, they lost, and they were trying to stay healthy, and everyone got hurt. But I still think, I don't know how Tampa is going to be able to score. Like, I do not see a way for them to score.
Throw it to Mike Evans, baby.
Most underrated player in football. What you got?
I thought I saw something where Baker was hurt.
Yeah,
he's struggling with something.
Hurt.
So that's why I'm going Philly. But I really want to take Tampa.
Come on to my side. Y'all picked against me on every other game. Bastards, might as well pick with me on this
Are
one.
we the same picks this whole time?
You and Jared, yeah.
Smart.
Is the only game we have left the Cowboys?
Smart.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we got Cowboys. All right, so lock it in, Dave. Which one are you looking at? You going Tampa or you going Philly?
I'm sticking with Philly.
Fuck. All right, last game. We all know what's going to happen here. Green Bay Packers +7. It's down to 7. Open at 7.5. It's down to 7 at the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm going to roll. It's Mugga?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers. I do think Dallas will win the game. I just think McCarthy, when he's up in playoff games, he just plays not to lose. Green Bay, they have these random wide receivers that just run open everywhere on the field. Jair's back, getting a few other defensive starters back.
Hold on, I think he's out actually. I think Jair Alexander's hurt today. Got hurt today in practice or something weird.
Oh, well, he played last week. Okay. Maybe edit that too. But nope. Yeah, I think Jordan Love has been a great quarterback these last 4 weeks. I was so against him beginning of the season, but I think this game, we're going to pick score because if David and I, if we're the same record, we'll go with score. I think it's going to be 28-27 Dallas.
Real fast, I think this is David, it's your turn. Real fast, though, I'll promise you and Dave are going to be on completely opposite sides. Dave?
Cowboys. I am actually very worried about this game. I think Green Bay could run for 200 yards. And but I'm just riding. Cowboys at home. Give me Cowboys 31-10.
31-10, you said?
Yeah. Even though I just
Okay.
said I'm scared of the game and it wouldn't surprise me if the
Yeah.
Cowboys lose. Cowboys by 20.
I'm right there with you, Dave. I think this is the biggest blowout of the week. I think that this line is Vegas is begging people to take Green Bay. I think Green Bay is going to be the public side here, and I think the Cowboys win by 24 points. I think
So
it's
your
a
final score?
final score. I'm going to say will be 34. No, we'll go 37-13 Cowboys.
He was trying to do the math
Can
in
I
his head to
change
get
my
to 24
score?
points.
I don't think the Cowboys score less than 30. And I don't
Yeah, you can change your score.
I want to change my score to Cowboys 45, Packers 31.
Wow.
Wow, let's take the
I
over.
like it.
I like that too. I don't know. I think if you just go through, Cowboys have the better quarterback. Running back is maybe a push.
What? A push? What are you talking about?
That's got to be Aaron Jones.
And AJ Dillon is better than Pollard this year.
No.
Pollard is so bad. So bad.
Oh my gosh, he's going to run for 200 yards.
He's-
Cowboys 45, Packers 3.
I don't know. The better offensive line, better wide receivers, better tight ends, better defense, better coach. I don't know where the edge is for Green Bay.
I think just the pressure alone. I think
Yeah.
Dallas is under so much pressure. They have to win this game.
It's true.
They have to win it. And Love isn't even supposed to be there. The Packers aren't even supposed to be there. And I really think this will be a very close game. It will be an exciting one.
So what's your final
Uh-huh.
score? Did you give your final score?
28-27 Dallas.
28-27 Dallas. Okay.
Your kicker will make a 71-yard field goal. Hit the middle of the net. Right in the All-State hands.
Right in the hands. All right, boys, this was fun.
This was good.
We'll do it next week.
We're going to do this week. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Every week, Dave, we're doing this.
So
Every
is
week.
this week decides our bet one of Vegas or the entire
No,
course
it's the
of the
entire.
playoffs?
Whole playoffs.
Okay.
And listen, this is the new rule. If you miss a week, you lose 10 points.
That's not a rule. What if I have emergency hernia surgery again?
How about this? If you miss a week, the other two, you give your picks or whatever they are. The other two get to pick one game that goes oppo. So
To flip
could work for you or
I like that.
against
That's
you.
cool.
That's a great deal. That's a great bet. All right, I gotta run. I got a Mexican restaurant to go to.
Sounds great. Y'all have fun. I have 9 kids to chase.
Hey, thanks for listening to another award-winning episode
Award winning.
of the
Yeah, you can hear that.
we've won so many awards. The board meeting presented by Team Hammer Time. Thanks, bye.